Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year to everyone. First of all, in this video, we're gonna talk about this question, which pretty much everyone gets all the time. The basic question is it worth to come to Canada in 2024? And how Canada is in 2024. So that's gonna be this video. I just wanted to say some stuff overall because it'll give a pretty good idea for people who's planning to come or who has just come to Canada, how the country is and how the economy is and all those things. So that's going to be this video, so please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's get into the video. So coming to this question, whether it's worth to come to Canada or not in 2024, probably most of you might feel like it's too late now. Probably Canada has become too crowded or something like that. So I just wanted to separate this overall question into like three different things, because people come here for majorly three reasons. It's either to study, to work, or like to move directly as a PR. So because the answer is pretty different for each of these scenarios, so I just wanted to give different or my opinions for each of these things. So first, when it comes to like study, anytime whenever someone asks me whether I can come to Canada, whether it's worth it, like if you're coming here to study, then you don't really have to worry about anything unless you're choosing to study. Because of that, you're just choosing the study part as an option to like get a PR, then it's a different case. But if you're genuinely coming here to learn or something like that, then obviously I think this is a really good option to come to Canada. But over these years, like from the time I came here, I think the scenario has changed a lot when it comes to study. Let it be staying back, or let it be like work during like your breaks, or I think even recently they have increased the GIC amount from $10,000 to $20,000, I guess. I'm not sure like what's the exact amount, but because the cost of living is too high here, $10,000, if you divide it into 12 months, you only get like around $670 per month, which is not going to be enough. It used to be enough at one point when I came here as a student. Like that used to be enough for my rent and pretty much almost like everything. You can't even pay your rent with $670 right now. Even if you're just renting a single room, I don't think you can cover that with the GIC. So I think the GIC amount has increased. I think it's increased to $20,000 now. So it's much more expensive to come to Canada compared to maybe like 5 years back. And also comparatively, even like the tuition fees and everything, I think it should have gone up in the last 5 years. You definitely need more money if you're coming here as a student. The cost of living also is expensive, apart from how much you're going to spend for the fees and the GIC and all those things. Pretty much everything has become expensive. Even like the flight tickets, it's expensive now. So you obviously need more money to come here. Getting a part-time, again, I think it's hard right now. I did hear from some students saying that it's not easy to get a part-time, but honestly, in my opinion, it has never been easy to get a part-time. Even when I came here, it's always like kind of gray area when it comes to like finding a part-time. So but overall, this is the thing. If you're coming as a student, it has become overall expensive to come here as a student and even live here as a student. I would say it's pretty worth even now to come to Canada and study. The second thing is, if you're coming here for work, I think the only option, I don't think anyone is actually doing LMIA and all those things right now. I feel that option is like just faded away now. The only way you can come here is probably like working in some company in your country, and then like they transfer you here because the client is here. So it's basically like an on-site. So if you get something like that, you can move here on a closed work permit and then like become eligible for PR, apply for PR, and then like switch jobs. So I think that is probably like the only option if you're coming here for work. I don't think you can directly apply here because most of these other industries like IT and all those things, people are working remotely even now. And you don't really people doesn't really have to get another person from another country, bring them here and make them work. So they don't have to do that. Coming here as an on-site employee, to work for the client, I think that is probably the only way you can come here for work right now. And if you can get an opportunity like that, do not miss it. Like definitely come here, it's worth it. And finally, if you are coming here as a PR, Obviously PR is a process, and you have all these different categories where you can apply. And if you're applying from outside, recently the scores have been like way too high. I think they're above 500 now, so you can't really get that much of score unless you probably have like a really good IELTS score and really good education background. And even then, I think most of the people, they only get like around 470, 480, not able to touch 500. The only possible way would be to get like a provincial nominee, which again is hard if you're actually applying from outside, because one of my friends recently got a provincial nominee in Ontario, but the thing is like he's been living in Ontario for like 2 years now. That's like an option, because you get like extra 600 points if you get the nomination certificate, which will boost your points like to almost 1000. In that case, you just get the invitation immediately. More than whether it's worth or not, the process has become like really difficult for all of these things, and it has become overall like very expensive. And again, the cost of living and all those things, it's very high right now, especially if you're moving to cities like Toronto or Vancouver. The rent and all those things are like way too high. Calgary is pretty affordable right now, but it's only for probably for the next few years. I think things will become expensive here too after a point. Probably in the next 5 years, I think it's gonna be as similar as like Toronto or Vancouver. Overall, even Calgary, if you ask someone who's been living in Calgary for like 5 years, they say the same thing. It used to be like way cheaper than this. So so that's like the thing. So Canada has become very expensive. So I think that's the economy right now. So you need to be prepared, manage those expenses, get a proper job so that you can manage the expenses. So that's the only thing you need to keep in mind if you're coming to Canada in 2024. There's like lots of negativity going around everywhere. You don't really have to worry about all those things. It might seem like really so very negative everywhere. Even if you hear about Canada, you're probably gonna hear like negative stuff more than the positive ones right now. But it depends on each person's situation and scenario, so you can't really decide anything on someone else's opinion. I feel it's still worth it. I think Canada is a pretty good place for the next 5 years, until it becomes too expensive and they close off the immigration and all those things. Those things are actually coming, but we still have another good 5 years before all those things happen. If you can do something, do it in the next 5 years. Try to come here and get a PR in the next 5 years. We already got some news saying that they're going to stop the invitations and all that after like 2026 or something like that, 6 or 7. They're just like trying to cap it at one point. They will cap it at one point. So if you get an opportunity in this year or next year, you definitely take it and come here. You can always go back if it doesn't work for you, but do not leave the opportunity. So yeah, if you want to try something, just try it out and see, because everything is an experiment. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I will be doing more videos coming forward, so please make sure to subscribe to the channel, and also follow the channel so that you get updates when I post more videos. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, it's Manish.